Hi everyone, this is Squire VWG. Welcome to round 4 of the YuGiOh tournament from Geek Retreat. We have Galaxy in the last round now. It's currently 2-1, currently because it lost to Kashtira, but it beats Bright and it also beats Soto. Its next match is now against Branded, which Branded, yeah, it's an interesting deck. It's one of those decks that I were going to look into, but I'm way behind on what I need, and it's like, with other things that I want to do in my life, it's kind of like, I don't want to keep, you know, buying cards and everything, so it was like, you know what, I'll just keep it as it is. You know, it won't hurt. It's nice to have some Malubas and Vulnerable Bass and everything. However, if I'm going to make it better, I do need to invest in those Chimeras. Once the Chimeras are on, the deck is a lot more easier to get, because I've got most of it anyway. I've got the structure deck, got some of the Despians, so it should be alright. Anyways, we are watching Branded play. He's got the Aluba. He used the lure to draw 2, banish the Vulnerable Bass. He's got the Aluba, which allows him to search. For those who don't know, which you should, Branded is more of a fusion deck, so it likes to fuse, likes to make big plays. Galaxy is an Exceed type deck, and with the new support it got, it gave the deck a whole lot of power boost. I'm just hoping that the Megatins give us higher rarity of those Galaxy cards, because I think they deserve it. 100 definitely should be a shiny. Photon Emperor, maybe a rare, but I'd definitely say just give it a shiny. I like to have shiny in deck. Photon Vanisher, please reprint that. I want that shiny. Just anything to make it shiny. Anyway, so we have Rebellion on the field now. So the plays of Branded is about to kick off, which is fine. This is a deck I need to learn, because I know for a fact that I'm rushing into negations, and it's like, yeah, this shouldn't really happen. I'm intrigued actually on that. Normally with Branded they do a whole lot more, so I might have missed something with that one. So I missed something a lot in each round. But yeah. So Jowy's going to play. Now at this point I just took some pictures of, you know, what about the whole tournament basically. This was just to basically see what matches were on and what games were played. Just your general shenanigans really. It's just one of those where it's just like, yeah, this is what they were playing, this is what they were doing. Okay, fair enough. And that's what they were doing, just playing the game like normal. So that's what they were. So just a little thing as well, just I forgot to mention, is that the guy playing Branded actually has his own YouTube channel. I will put the link in the description below. I'm just gonna go and look for it actually. I know he sent me it, so I'm gonna have a look and see where it is. Fingers crossed. It should be here. He sent it me, and you know, I have helped him out. He did want to. There we go. There it is. Kashtira versus Kashtira. I'm just gonna quickly have a look. It's a bit of a shout out really. He's been on my channel, so I might as well just go, you know what, yeah, go on. Might be funny. There we go. Kaiju HQ. That's what they're called. Kaiju HQ. So, because I remember the guy saying that the whole plan for him is that he wants to learn from his games, so he can think, right, I couldn't have done that, I couldn't do this, which is fine. Happens to the best of us. Even I've done it a few times where I'm like, right, I've got to learn. Okay, so I didn't actually see the play here, but I can guess he went Thrasher into Vanisher. Vanisher's a search, so he's got the special summons. 100 was sent Emperor, and then you've got the Wizard, which basically normal summon search. I don't know what he searched, but that's what I think just happened. Okay, so there's the Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse can really hurt you, but at the same time, you do get those draws. So if you don't get killed, it could really screw you up. Also, they do go back to normal. That's the thing at the end phase. So, like I said, it stops them playing for that turn. And then all you've got to do is get past that field. If you can actually do the damage, you win. But like I said, it all depends. I'm also talking about this whilst I'm trying to sort this out. So, yeah, I'm just basically looking around Hogwarts, like I say, and just saying, what am I missing? I know I played it yesterday, but I'm playing it again because the game's so good. It is a really good game. But this is the different story. Okay, so here is Jowy just thinking. He's thinking about what he can do here, because at the moment there isn't much he can think about. And when I went past, I didn't see much he could do with his hands, so I would just set and, you know, draw and hope for the best. Maybe try and maybe hope that you get cards to say no to them, which happens. And also, that's another thing I need to talk about. So, if you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh! And you want to play whatever deck, think about what it is that you want to play. You can play whatever you want, by the way. Just make sure that you enjoy it. The last thing you want to do is buy a deck, not enjoy it, and then buy another deck, not enjoy it, buy another deck, not enjoy it, and buy another deck, hate it. Don't do that. And the second thing as well is, for the love of God, if you don't think that you have to play meta to have fun, that's really not on the cards. You know, if it's like, oh, I have to play meta to have fun. No, you play a deck you enjoy to have fun. If you like playing meta, you know, and you have fun playing meta, then fine, that's fine. It's only when you have that mindset where you think, oh, I've got to do this. No, you choose if you want to. Like, I enjoy playing both. When I was playing properly, I enjoyed playing all meta, rogue, and anti-meta, depending, of course, on what the decks were. For example, I didn't like Monarchs. I'll admit to that. But I did like playing PK Fire. That was fun. I enjoyed playing Cliff Forts. That was fun. I enjoyed playing Shadows. That was fun. Right, I need to change that. So, yeah, just play what you want, really. Okay, that takes care of that. So yeah, that's it really. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So at this minute in time, he's making the play. He's got Galaxy Eyes out with Galaxy Trance, so you can guess where 100's going with this. The thing about 100 is, it's a great card, but it all depends on choice. This is why I'm so tempted of putting in a certain card, and then basically it really lowers the chances of them doing the doing the win. Galaxy Eyes, Photon Dragon. So that's the thing. I've seen some builds with Galaxy Eyes, and I've noticed there's a lot of people playing. Trying to get up these cliff here, it's just like, nope. There we go. But yeah, it's Galaxy Eyes. I've seen a few builds, and if like, oh, we're playing 2, and I'm like, 2? That's it? I'm like, no, you play 3. Because, you know, it's Galaxy Eyes. You play 3 Galaxy Eyes. It's the deck works around all 3. If you lose all 3 and then you start losing your combo pieces, then you basically just scoop. I mean, you're not expected to win a game when you've lost all your combo pieces. Okay, so 62's out. 62, yeah, if you can't kill it with this turn, yeah, but you can easily break them. So it is 11. This is an 11,200 game, and Galaxy have taken game 1, which I can vouch for. Galaxy takes games out of nowhere. Okay, so Galaxy have taken it 1-0 at the moment, which is impressive. So at the moment, let's see, Galaxy have won 2-1, it's won 2-1, and it lost 2-0, so it's now 1-0 currently. But overall, I'd say 2-1, even if it got 2-2, it did pretty well, because it kept up with Branded, considering Branded might have had a bit of a bricky start. That's what I've heard. That's what I was told. So I'm guessing. Like that. So they're gonna shuffle their hands, which is something. But like I said, if you are going to playing a deck, just play the decks you enjoy. Make sure that the decks you enjoy are decks that you know want to play. It's not against the law to play a deck where you have to play and win. It's not. It's not compulsory to. Okay, so are they starting in the next match? Yep, they are. Which is something. There we go. Right, so that bit's done now. It's just something on the game I really wanted to do. But whilst they were shuffling, of course, so there's the allure. There's no nothing they can do. You know what? Whilst I'm exporting, I might just go out to get a bit of a walk in. You know, I need to get a walk anyway. Plus, I've got some jobs I need to sort out and, sort out. So I might just have a walk out, see how everyone's doing. So get round 3 on, of course. get that exported. So I've got 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then the 5 o'clock one will be round 4, which is easy. It's just put some on. There we go. So I might have to get ready in a bit. I might see if anybody wants to go out. We'll see. We'll see. Right, so Galaxy and Branded. It's now game 2. Vanisher and Thrasher's there. 2 sets, 1 face down. Like I said, I think I said it in round 1, but because you're making really big plays, you need to watch out for the Big, Damn and Ugly, also known as Big Rock. I mean, I play it in Plunder Patrol. Really great card. There's only one tiny problem I've got with it, and it's the fact that I always seem to draw it every time I don't need it. It's crazy. It might just be, you know, of course it's the luck, really. It's the luck of the draw, but I've got this thing where I always seem to draw when I don't want them. That's mainly the case. Because I remember Nibiruing the same guy, and then I drew into Nibiru. I'm like, are you kidding? I don't want Nibiru. I've used it. I don't need it. But anyway, it's them's the breaks. But yeah, overall, you know, I thought I did okay with the deck. It needs. Go. No, I should really be playing this as well as a side thing, but yeah. Right, 40 plus experience, good. Okay, so if I was them now, I would try and think about no. What are you doing? Number 90, mate. Number 90. Number 90. He just didn't. If he went 90, he could have bypassed the Nibiru. But that's the thing. I'm always, because Nibiru is quite big as well now. Because tier elements, if you Nibiru them, they just don't care. They'd be like, oh right, I'm in a graveyard now. I can use my effects here. Oh, so that would be pretty pointless. But Nibiru is still a card out there, so I would try and be careful. But again, we get greedy. You know, you think, oh, we'll be alright. And then all of a sudden, no. No, you're not. Yeah, I'm definitely going to think about going now. I do need to upload the game 3. So I've got 20 minutes to do this. Upload, and then I will basically make myself scarce. But for starting now, I will be probably going to get 2 USBs. So I thought about buying another mic, but I thought, hang on, if I buy another mic and there's nothing wrong with this one, then yeah. Because the mic, when I checked it, the mic showed the light. It's just the USB didn't. So the mic was working. It was just not connecting properly at the USB port. So I was like, right, there's the problem. It's the USB port. Well, not the port, but you know what I mean. Where you put USB in, there was the problem. But getting another USB cable, that worked a treat. So we've sorted that out now in the end, which is good. So you should be able to hear them now instead of me talking and waffling about random stuff. And there's Nibiru. Did warn him. Did warn him. So how big's the token? That's my curiosity. 2003, yeah. It'll probably be big. Probably be big. Okay, so Nibiru is out. I understand the pain of Nibiru. It's a very dirty card, but it's a card that you do need in the game because it stops players from going overboard with the combos, which is fair. So just see what Galaxy can do here. Okay, so he goes for Summoner. Brings back the Galaxy Soldier. So he basically has Plan B. Maybe Plan B. Maybe. We don't know. God, I do love Galaxy. I really do love them. It's one of those decks that I want to enter the YCS with, but I'm kind of scared too because I want it to do well. That's the thing, but I don't want it to be absolutely battered. I feel pained about it, but at the same time, I do want to use Guru because I feel a little bit more safer with them. Whereas Galaxy, yeah. But, I mean, I can always use them. I can use Galaxy as a fun deck. I need to actually ask about the YCS, because the highest tournament I've ever entered was WCQ and the regionals. Nothing else. The WCQ I entered was in Blackpool at Martin Methodist Church. Preston I entered, which was the WCQ, but that was just a dreadful day. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping to use Shadows, but a mate of mine at the time was ill, and it was like, oh, fair enough. Nothing you can do about that. And because of time, there wasn't enough time for me to rebuild a deck to see about fighting against Galaxy, well, Stellar Knight, Shadows, Klee, Necros. It was like, right, Plan A, either go with Exodia and hope for the best, considering it's a format where getting rid of pieces and Mind Crush was a thing, or just don't go. And I was like, no, I want to go, get out. And yeah, I didn't do too well, wasn't happy. I was a bit annoyed with myself because it was like I should have gone with Plan B, which was, well, I say Plan B, what I should have done is, you know, thought of what would happen at this situation. So I have a deck at least, and Exodia was the only one I had, so it was like, nah, there's no way I'm going to get it finished. One other thing as well that we need to also realise is that another thing I've done as well is I entered the WCQ in Preston, well, Blackpool, sorry, and then I entered the regionals the next was it month or next 2 months, I don't know, but basically around September, October-ish, I entered with PK Fire and Pendulum. Pendulum was basically my mate's build. It had no win condition, it was just consistent, and I got 18th place with that. I didn't know what I was doing. And then the next one was PK Fire, which zoned everyone out. Like, it confused everyone, but it got the results. Everyone played it with Beatrice ending the game. For me, for some reason, it always worked when I started Beatrice off. Every time I ended it, it never was doing anything. Whereas in the start, they used a lot of resources, and then I just pressured them with the other Burning Abyss stuff. Even the PK, when I drop him into the grave, it's just so much pressure. And then when I got to the end, I ended it with either Dark Rebellion or Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. So I had the middle and the gate. Middle, I had the start, middle, and end. And that's how it happened for me. I just zoned it off. But yeah, That's how. That was my biggest tournament I've ever entered. So I just thought, you know what? Let's see how we do in the YCS. If I build Guru Control to a decent point, we'll see. I need to. It's not just about learning your deck. You've got to learn their deck as well. You've got to know what they do. This is why there's a couple of players I know who are very good at the game. They play meta, but they learn other decks so they can actually think, you should play that, you should try this. And this is the meta players I respect. There are some meta players I just don't like. Ones that are arrogant, basically. We had one player, and basically, he went, no, you're just he said to this little lad, said, you're a trash player, you're playing a crappy deck. And I'm like, what? Why are you being a douche? He's not playing meta, so he's a trash player. Anyways, I was like, that's a bit rude to call him that. He hasn't got a good deck. Doesn't mean he's trash. Anyway, so, and this was in 2015 with the Necros format. Anyway, so I went next week and faced this Necros deck, and I just completely beat it 2-0, stopping it from searching with mistake, Fantasy's Emptiness, which stopped it from doing its special summons, and the deck that did that was Gladiator Beast. Thank you, Jowy, for that build. That was just amazing. But it was one of the best things I've ever seen, because it was so controlling. You know, you get your monster out, you set your cards, you pass, they Necros, and you just go nope, nope, and then they just shut down. And then next turn, yeah, it was fun. It was so fun to play. I do like Necros though. It's just when you're a player and you disrespect younger players or anything like that, you haven't got me. Anyways, just bear with me. I need to do the result there because Jowy conceded. Alright, there we go. So we're on to game 3 now, and this is where it's going to get intense now. Like, really intense. So, give me a second. There we go. So now Galaxy is up against Branded, and at game 3, I just said that. So it's now at game 3. It's 1-1. The fact that Galaxy was close to having their play, it's just that the 2,000 payment was a bit, couldn't pay it. Only because it didn't, it was quite funny. Yeah, it's one of them. It's just one of them. It happens. So, we'll just see how it goes now. So, coming back to what we were saying, the players I respect are the players who, you can talk to. I've had a few players I just did not like, and there was some players I really respected. One of them was playing Madoshi Hats, and he was one of the soundest players I've ever met. He helped me out a lot. And there was another player who is one of his mates. They were both from Preston, like a shop from a different shop, and they were sound players. They really were sound players, and they really helped me out, as well as the player back at another shop I went to. This was ages ago, and there was only 2 players that, well, I say 2, there was 3 players that helped me out. One of them got me into the game properly, and the other 2 helped me play the game differently, because at the time I played it just attack. But then these 2 basically got the better out of me. One of those players was playing Towers Turbo. I was Yusenju. I lost 2-1. But I got past Towers, and I also won that game. Then I lost game 3. But the guy went, that was very good, that. And I was like, I was like, I'm shocked. Like, did I just lose 2-1? I thought I'd lose 2-0. When he went, no, you were close. Like, you you managed to beat towers, and it was like a lot of people would just give up, but me, I just didn't give up. I just thought, right, what can I do? Can I beat it? Right, it normal summons, so the special summon part of it can't stop me. Number 2, can I get past it? Do the math? Yes, I can. Does they have anything that... nope, nothing decreases or increases. However, towers is unaffected. So its greatest strength was its greatest weakness. So I'm like, right, I just need to get a monster out with more than 3k. Towers, bye-bye. So to everybody out there who doesn't think a rogue deck or anything can do well, no, you can do well with it. You just got to build it right. I mean, hell, you can even make it anti-meta depending. Look at Guru Control, that is anti-meta. Exorcister, that was just a fun deck, but when Tears came out, it became anti-meta because everything Tier Elements did, Exorcister said no, because they don't like graveyards, and Tier Elements wanted graveyards. So if you played it right, Exorcister would look at it and go, no, no graveyard for you. All you've just got to do is play smart, and wait, did he just... I hope he Nova'd and then Infinitied. I hope I saw that right. I hope I saw that right. He just slapped Infinity on, not the other way around. He went 62. I'm like, wait, it's game 1, not game 2. Okay, so now he's got the spell negator. Get it right, mate. Get it right. Also, you special summon Galaxy Eyes. Are you going to use its effect with 100? Anyway, don't worry about it. I'm just shouting at him like that. Like, come on, don't do that. All right, don't do that. Okay, so there's the fusion deployment. Jowy's just looking at it. So we'll just see what he does here. Okay, so he's going to ask the fusion deployment, which is fine. Then he's going Call by the Grave, which, ooh, that actually hurts. And does he use 38's effect? Yep, he's using 38's effect to negate, okay. But he also has Infinity, which he... Okay, there's the branded fusion. Oh no, branded opening, sorry. Branded opening. Normally you want to stop the branded fusion because that's the thing that starts your combos. But like I said, if you're a branded expert, please tell me if I'm right about that. I always think Ashley branded fusion. I could be wrong. I'm just currently trying to learn the meta again because I've just pushed myself into the hardest moment, except for the fact that at least I know you Nova and Infinity them. He might have just had the Nova behind the Infinity, but it does look like he did just summon the Infinity willy-nilly. Unless he just... No, we would need level 3s then. Oh, there's the branded fusion. Okay, there's the Dragoon. Dragoon hurts a lot. So Dragoon pops stuff. So it does a lot of damage. There, now I came in just to correct him on something. So basically, he said it's 2-3. Well, no, it'd be 2-7. But I didn't even know Nova was used at the time, because I thought he used Nova to negate. And then when I saw Galaxy Soldier a bit, I was like, huh? But now I know he might have just chucked it in. Always Nova. Okay, so he takes the damage there. That's fine. Okay, so there's a draw. Is there an effect that says you can't attack in Branded that I just did not see? Right, so he's using Thingamabob to search. Does he have a hand? That's my question, because unless it's just a body that just can't be shrub egg, but card effects will be targeted. Right, so let's see what he does. I hope he does this right. If he plays a card, what I'm thinking, I'm gonna shout loud. It's like I said, when you win, it's great. But if you basically win by the most, like you can't do that, it feels like you stole a win. I'm not a big fan of that. So he pays the 2,000, which is the cost, and then that's when the effect starts to activate. So it's up to you what you do here. You can see what it does. Actually, we'll see what it does. Okay, so he's gone for that. So he's gone Photon Emperor. And then outputs the Afterglow. Both their effects are negated, however, and Afterglow's effect. But Afterglow's effect does kick back in because it will be used as an overlay material. So here comes the overlay into 62. This is where now you're gonna laugh. You're gonna love this next part. So everyone says, "Oh, 62 is gonna do half the damage because Galaxy Eyes isn't there." Well, about that. Afterglow's effect is going to help you with that. So it's at 5-6, and because of Galaxy Photon it's 6-4, but he's going to get Galaxy Eyes, and he's going to attach it. So now it can now do the full damage. What does this mean? It means it's game, and Galaxy now, come on, will take 3. Yep, he takes the win, and it's 3-1 to Galaxy in tonight's not tonight, in that night's tournament. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and have a good day.